Hi everyone, I'm on the allotment and it's May, although you wouldn't think it. So we spent all of April complaining that it was too dry and we didn't get any rain, and now we've had rain for days and really strong winds as well. So I came down the allotment to check for any damage. Thankfully everything is completely fine. So I feel very lucky. There's a few fence panels out and polytunnels blown over. I'm sure you maybe have had some damage in your garden or allotment, but hopefully not if everything's been secured. So fingers crossed for you. Anyway, everything's good here, and in the Rhino as well, everything's great. My dahlias are all shooting. This is a very late one here, but I've got lots of dahlias doing their thing, which is great. Loads of seeds. Some of my favourite seedlings are nasturtiums because I just absolutely love the foliage. Looks so beautiful. I've got quite a few aubergines now doing their thing. This one's Emerald Isle. I think I mentioned that to you in the last video actually. And some things haven't grown so well. So these are called pear melon, pepino melons, and they are not growing very well at all. So us gardeners, we have some success and sometimes we don't, but that's how it goes. But I would love to show you these. So in the Rhino, you have these holes here which you can use for hanging baskets. Sometimes I grow my tomatoes along here, and then I stake them with canes, and then also I use string to hold them upright, which I thread through these holes. But I was running out of room. We always know we should always get the biggest greenhouse that we possibly can. Listen to that wind. I feel very safe in here though. But anyway, so I've used these holes and I've put some macrame pot hangers up because it meant I could move some pots off the staging and give myself a little bit more room. So I've got some tomatoes, another tomato hanging there, and I've got this mushroom plant, and the mushroom plant is the one I'm going to speak to you about today. Look at that, isn't it cool? So if you haven't seen or heard of the mushroom plant before, this is basically a perennial. It's a tender perennial, so some people grow it indoors as a house plant. I grow these outside, and then I bring it in over winter time and also protect it over winter as well, even in the greenhouse. But these leaves taste like mushrooms. So you just eat one. It's amazing, honestly. It tastes like mushroom. When you cook it, you'd cook it much like spinach. So you would put it in at the end of the cooking process, and it intensifies the flavour, so it's even more mushroomy. And that's an awesome plant. So it likes well-drained soil. It actually prefers a little bit of shade, so dappled shade, not bright direct sunlight. In fact, I think this has probably had a little bit too much sunlight in April. Some of the leaves are just starting to go slightly yellow, but it will be fine. They're a lovely, lovely plant. Grow up to about 60 centimetres tall. And the foliage looks really, really cool. So I've got 3 of those this year because I love adding that into cooking. So if you haven't got yourself a mushroom plant, then I definitely recommend it, along with loads of other herbs. I've got tons down the allotment this year, so I can't wait to show you those as the season goes on. But for now, I'm going to have a little tidy up, and then I'm going to leave because it's cold, it's rainy and it's windy, and well, there's work to do at home, and us gardeners have to find a balance somehow, don't we? Oh, but first let me just show you this. There's my cucumber crystal lemon. I'm so happy about it, the only one that germinated. So there we go, mushroom plant, great for cooking, a great tender perennial. Happy gardening, everyone.